This is iMovie trailers for authors on your iPad. You may have already had a look at my IFA lessons using iMovie trailers on Skillshare. That's iMovie for authors using iMovie trailers on the desktop. Well, this is much the same on the iPad. iMovie works very well on the iPad. Indeed, it even works on the iPhone. But you really need to be thinking Sketchpad to try and build something useful that way. Let's just stick to the iPad. Use of the Photos app on the iPad to hold your images and video clips is necessary. Simple, really. iMovie doesn't appear to use anything else. So the videos and images that you are going to use in your trailer clip, you need to have stored in Photos in appropriate folders so you can find them easily. You'll have to input them there, import them into Photos from your desktop. For example, this is my Photos app and the album containing the images and videos I want to use in my book trailer. Let's have a look at the albums. And there we go. Because I'm going to use my book called The Inner Minka Affair, I've called it Inner Minka Trailer on the second row, number 8. There's the movies and clips that I've put together so far. You can add to these if you find you need to as you go along, so don't panic. So now you have your new book and you want to promote it, and making a movie style trailer is a good way to do that. A picture is worth 1,000 words and a movie picture is best of all. So let's look at where you start, and that's collecting the images together. As I said, you can also add to this album as you go if you find that you need to. And you need to know your story premise line. You know what your premise line is, don't you? I tell you all about it and how to create one in one of my lessons on writing on Skillshare. It's also widely explained on many internet websites. Just look up premise line, because your movie trailer theme is based on your story premise. You use your premise as the text in the movie trailer template. You can't make it up as you go along, or your trailer will bear no relationship to your book. Okay, now I'll close Photos. So let's open your iPad version of iMovies. I'm using an iPad Mini 5 2019 version, but as far as I can tell, iMovies works on models earlier than that, certainly the iPad Mini 4. If you have an earlier version, you can try and put iMovie on it, and we'll tell you if you can or can't. Personally, I'd try and use the latest model you can for obvious reasons. So, shall we have a look at the iPad movie interface and familiarise ourselves with it? Okay, opening iMovie there, and you can see there's 4 projects that I've been playing with. None of them complete, and they're all just temporary, shall we say, experiments. And for this trailer, I'm going to use my book available on Amazon, The Inner Minka Affair. But I can't go and locate exact images and video clips until I know the premise, the story blurb. So I'll start with that. Remember, the premise is broken down a lot, so it can be used in the leaders of the trailer. The text that is used to tell the story over the playing images. It contains my protagonists' names, gives clues to the storyline and some of the characters involved. It also highlights the book genre. And this is the blurb I have on Amazon. Let me close that for a moment. Open that. iMovie trailers on your iPad. Now there's the premise line I have. Love lies mortal danger. A lot can happen with an affair at Inner Minka. Rebecca Boucher, protagonist name, loves to get the job done. As a respected junior partner in a London law firm, the brief couldn't be simpler. Fly out to meet the owner of a vast cattle property in Australia. clue there to one of the videos, check over some paperwork and fly home. She certainly doesn't have time for love. So we've got two protagonists here, not even in the gorgeous shape of the property owner, Cooper Anders, all 6 foot something of smiling casualness. Then again, maybe Cooper can change her mind given time. But when Rebecca is practically kidnapped by the client overstepping the line, everything changes. Cooper falls under the suspicion of the security services who suspect him of complicity. Unknown to anybody, Cooper has been watching suspicious activity on his vast property. Could this new development be connected to Rebecca's mysterious confrontation with Eastern European thugs? As events take a dramatic and deadly turn, Rebecca and Cooper must race to uncover the truth before the sun sets on their future together. Now, there are some key phrases there we can use, and obviously we can't use all of it. iMovie Trailers comes with a set of templates. These differ slightly to the ones that apply on the desktop, and there are less of them. There, we're back to movies. Now, let's have a look at our templates, shall we? We want trailers, new project. Click the plus sign there to get new project. Plus sign, new project, trailer. Now, I've got romance selected there, but you've got retro, indie, family, fairy tale, expedition, adrenaline, and so on. We now have a set of usable images, so let's determine which of the offered templates we will use. Now, you really are limited to which trailers you can use. The choice is fairly narrow. A template that looks suitable may not actually be suitable. Sometimes you can only tell by trying out a couple of likely trailer templates. You can run the templates before you start editing to see how they fit. Let's have a look. Now, we don't want to watch all that. You can, of course, add all your own video clips and images and the running text that plays with each theme change. Okay, now I think what I'll do for this is I'll select romance. For this story, I think I'll go with the romance template. That's the genre of the book, although it could also be suitable in one of the other templates. Now, how do I get to go for that? Let's have a look at the romance theme. What I'm looking at here is whether the background music, which you can't change, will fit with my story. It sounds a bit soft at the moment. Go with the video imagery they've got there, but we'll see. Now remember, you can change the text and you can change the video clips. Can I fit mine in there? There's probably really only one way of telling, and that's by putting my clips in there. So let's stop that. And the next bit we go is in the top right hand corner, you see create. Now that's the bit where we start. You've got the video clip in the video preview window, and you tap an item in the outline or storyboard, and of course tap the question mark for help. Now the outline, you've got the movie name and the cast, the studio and the credits. In the storyboard, you have the text that goes onto the film. You can see McGovern Film presents Amelia Travel to an Exotic Land. Remember that, because this storyboard where you're creating your own file doesn't contain the video clips that the trailer you just watched contains. You can see in the videos there on the bottom left hand side you've got a list of folders, some of which have videos. There's my 08 Inaminka trailer right at the bottom. The video clips that are available in it, so I'll select that, and the images, the photos available in it. We go back down there again, there's a considerably larger list of images. We're back to Inaminka trailer, and there's the image collection that I have in that folder, videos and images. To the best of my knowledge, there is no other way of getting those images and video clips into your video. As you can see there, it's purely from what you can see there. All the videos is all recently added favourites, iMovie media, unused media, downloads. You can of course use the camera itself, which is the third option there, and you can photograph something and put it directly into the field. So let's pause there a moment